Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 27th edition of LM's Weekly Wrap, our weekly program to cover all the developments in the markets, whether it is with respect to the domestic developments, international developments, etc. This has been a very eventful week just ahead of the union budget. We have a lot of events which have been lined up. In the international markets, global markets have been quite silent ahead of the FOMC meet. So next Tuesday we have the FOMC meet, US FOMC meet, which will give us a direction about how the global markets are going to play out. And as far as the domestic markets are concerned, we have the union budget next week on Wednesday. So a lot of expectations lined up. This is the last budget before the elections. So the focus will be on the taxation angles. It will be on the borrowing program of the government. It will be on the infrastructure spend. What kind of thrust the government is going to give to the economy, etc. So all these important factors to look out for. And this coincides, of course, with a lot of developments with the ongoing earnings season in the domestic markets. Today, we've seen the markets under a lot of pressure. We've seen all the developments with respect to the Adani Group and how that has impacted the market. The earnings season is also coinciding at the same time, and we have important developments lined up next week. So all these will be key monitorables for the market. First of all, we start off with the different sectors as usual. The first sector which we are likely to track is the auto sector. I think the auto sector has given a lot of support to the markets. There have been a lot of results which have been announced. I think first was Maruti. We had a very strong set of numbers by Maruti. Realizations have improved, product mix has improved. Overall, the commentary has been very strong, and the outlook has been strong as far as Maruti is concerned. Apart from this, yesterday we had the numbers of Bajaj Auto, and Bajaj Auto very strong set of numbers as far as the operating margins are concerned. The best EBITDA numbers which have been announced by the company, EBITDA, that is the operating profits which have been announced by the company. Apart from this, we also had the results announcements by companies like SEAT, Amar Raja Batteries. Both these companies have declared very strong outlook and very strong set of numbers. But the show was stolen in a way by Tata Motors, and we had a very strong set of numbers from Tata Motors. JLR commentary has been very strong. They have given a good order book outlook also. 215,000 vehicles is the order book, and they are saying the Range Rover Sport, Defender continues to perform extremely well. So I think the outlook as far as the auto sector is concerned remains quite good. We've seen good buying support in stocks like Mahindra and Mahindra, also follow-up buying happening over there also. So this is one aspect. Auto ancillary is also following up with good buying in these sectors. Then we come to the banking sector. I think the banking sector has borne the brunt in this week. We've seen banking stocks under tremendous pressure. This is also partly on account of the fact that the Adani Group stocks have been under tremendous pressure. We've seen the short selling firm Hindenburg, their allegations which have been leveled against the Adani Group. So most of the Adani Group stocks have been under tremendous pressure. And a direct fallout of that could be seen on the banking stocks also. Now, there are some people who are trying to correlate both these things. But like to reiterate one thing, that right from the beginning we've seen that despite very strong set of numbers by private sector banks like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, IndusInd Bank, where there was an all-round beat, we've seen a sustained weakness, and all the strength has been used to do selling in the banking stocks. So I think one important factor which could be attributed to this is the fact that the FIIs have been quite bearish on the markets, and they have been using this strength in the banking stocks to liquidate their positions too. So I think it could be attributed to the FII selling, that is the weakness in the banking stocks, and that has been aggravated by this Adani stocks crisis. So we've seen a lot of weakness in the banking stocks throughout the week, and they have been hit badly in trade. Apart from this, I think wherever there is the weightage of Adani Group stocks, we have seen those sectors come under tremendous pressure. Whether it is the capital goods space or whether it is the power space, on account of the weightage of stocks like Adani Green Energy, Adani Transmission, Adani Power, all these have impacted the capital goods space and the power indexes. So that is one aspect of the whole thing. Apart from this, we have sectors like cement. Cement has been under pressure after Ultratech's numbers were announced. Ultratech has given a stable set of numbers, but they have indicated that the focus of the industry has now shifted on operating leverage. It has shifted on managing the costs, how to manage the cost, how to do the cost optimization, etc. They are very silent as far as the price hikes are concerned. What is going to be the nature of price hikes going forward? And they are very silent about what will be the extent of price hikes in the near future. So I think that raises doubts in the mind of the market participants, and we've seen overall weakness in the cement stocks. Of course, not to mention the recent fall which we saw in Ambuja Cements as well as ACC, which is attributed to the current Hindenburg crisis. So these are some of the sectors which we have covered. Apart from this, we had two sectors which have given a lot of support to the markets. One is the IT and the metals. IT stocks have done particularly well. We've seen them gives good support to the markets. And I think particularly so in the case of mid-cap IT stocks, the mid-cap IT stocks have corrected to the tune of 40% from the 52-week highs. So there is a good opportunity for them to play catch-up from these levels. So whichever mid-cap IT stocks have delivered good set of numbers, cases in point is Persistent Systems, Coforge, etc. They have bounced back very, very smartly from the lows. After this, we have metals. We've seen metals also consolidate. Currently, they are going through consolidation phase, but they are quite upbeat on the prospects of the Chinese economy opening up again and the Chinese demand rebounding. So that is also could be a positive. One sector which has been under tremendous pressure in this week has been oil and gas sector, and the oil and gas sector has been under pressure on account of the fact that the natural gas prices, they have hit a 21-month low. From a high of $10, the prices have now ruling at $3 per MMBTU. So I think that has put tremendous pressure on the oil and gas sector. We've seen Reliance under some amount of pressure. We've seen Gujarat Gas under pressure, etc. At the same time, the power sector has also been under pressure. So all these segments have seen a huge amount of pressure on account of developments relating to Hindenburg also. Now, finally, we getting a lot of queries about the what is going to be the outcome of this Hindenburg crisis with respect to Adani Group stocks, the allegations which have been leveled. So, I'd like to say, add a few points that this crisis comes at a very curious time. The timing is very, very curious at the time when Adani Enterprises has launched its FPO. So that is one factor, and the second factor is it is a well-known fact that the market cap of the Adani Group companies is on the higher side, the floating stock is on the lower side, the debt pressure is there, and the cash flows in majority of the companies have been on the poorer side. So I think barring Adani Ports and SEZ, Adani Wilmar, the rest of the companies, the cash flows, the quality of the cash flows leaves a lot to be desired. So on and off, we do get these issues which tend to crop up, which are more so with respect to the valuation angle. Now, these particular allegations are more with respect to the governance angle, with respect to valuations as well as governance. So I think while the stance of the Adani Group is that they are likely to take legal action, they have threatened legal action. But Hindenburg is also set a very, very defiant tone. So I think whether this controversy dies down in the next few days to come or how it plays out is something which needs to be seen. But the fact remains that valuations continue to be on the higher side. Finally, we have FMCG stocks which have been under tremendous pressure in the markets, especially so after the HUL results, where the royalty issue did play some spoil sport, and we had companies like Asian Paints, Pidilite, United Spirits post a disappointing set of numbers, which kind of has put the FMCG stocks in the negative position. And in pharma, we have a few stocks which have disappointed, a few mid-cap stocks which have disappointed. But I think Cipla and Dr. Reddy is giving good support to the market. Overall, I think in the run-up to the budget, infrastructure stocks, defense stocks, railways, I think they should get a good share of their allocation from the government. Fertilizer stocks should also do well. Especially we could see again the food inflation and all these issues getting magnified again. Thrust on infrastructure is going to be again, it's going to gain momentum again. And next week is going to be very busy. We'll be having the monthly auto sales numbers, the GST collections, the FOMC meet data, and of course the union budget. So we'll keep you posted on all the developments. We hope that you enjoyed our session, this edition of LM's Weekly Wrap. Do write to us with your feedback on the program. Thank you very much and for a patient hearing. Thank you.